Rangers? To the rescue! Power Rangers! To the rescue! Power Rangers. To the rescue. Very good. Nice. Awesome. All right. So my name is Tarren Everette, and I am the campus director for the Fondren campus in Houston, Texas. And if you have worked with Citizen Schools before or you're familiar with our program, you know that we love callbacks. And I love that particular callback specifically just because it reminds me when I first started the fellowship about 3 years ago, just graduated from college from Michigan, go Blue. And I had just moved to Houston, was really, really excited about starting the fellowship and joining this organization, this very unique, being a part of this unique idea where we extended the learning day for our kids. And I thought it was really, really cool that a part of my job was going to be engaging parents in the community in their students' learning. I thought this was a very awesome and really cool thing, which is why I'm still here. But another great thing about it was that I was joined by a group or a cohort, so to say, of other teaching fellows who were also really excited about this opportunity and shared my joy and my excitement and kind of my fire to get on this path and kind of help our students. And it was awesome. My cohort and I were like your ideal TF team. We really grasped this whole concept of working together, of teamwork, and we viewed ourselves individually as part of this like big machine. And we knew that if one part of the machine wasn't working, then as a whole, we weren't working, we weren't doing our job. So it was really great, and I loved this. This was something that I wanted to transfer to the classroom. So this was my goal for the beginning of the semester. I knew that if I could get my students to work together the way that myself and our other TFs work together, that we could have a very successful year. So that was my goal, and I set out to do this, and I had a great opportunity to do so. So I don't know if campuses still do this, but on our campus, we have a campus theme, and a very popular theme about 3 years ago. I think almost every campus at some point in time had this theme, but we were superheroes. We had the superhero theme. So I came up with this list of superhero teams that I was going to present to my group of students, and we were going to vote. And I think that list included like the Power Rangers, Powerpuff Girls, Dragon Ball Z, Scooby-Doo Gang, or something like that. It was a weird list of superheroes, and the kids voted, and we chose the Power Rangers, of course. So for the rest of the year, we were Team Power Rangers, and I hyped up this theme so much, you guys. Like, I had a student come dressed for Halloween up as a Power Ranger. All of our visuals had Power Rangers on them, and when I addressed the classroom, it was always as Power Rangers. And when I needed their attention, I would do that callback. And it worked every time, and the kids got super excited just about being in the classroom. They loved that theme. And it got to the point where I was no longer Miss Everette. The kids were calling me Miss Zordon. So I don't know if you guys watch Power Rangers. Zordon is the big white face. He's not even a person. He's just a white face, and he's the very wise one who gives them advice on how to beat Rita and how to work together. And he tells them about their mission and how to get where they need to get to and the best way to do that. And so I was not Miss Everette. I was Miss Zordon on Team Power Rangers. And I'm going to brag a little bit because I just felt super successful in transferring what I had with my TFs and bringing that into the classroom and really building that with my students. And really building that team with my students. And so that year, I also served as the campus data lead. I was the data lead for our campus, and it was my job each week to present our campus data to the team. And so one day I was just going over our data like I normally do, and one of the TFs interrupted and say, you know what, why does Power Rangers always have the highest attendance? You guys have the highest retention, and you guys always have the highest attendance. And before I could even respond, my campus director jumped in and she says, you know what, Team Power Rangers is just that. They are a team. They hold each other accountable. They are a family, and none of them want to disappoint Miss Everette or themselves. And I shed a tear, you guys. I was blushing, and I felt really proud at that moment. But as I went home and I got to reflect on that a little bit, I felt that my campus director, she wasn't completely right. You know, I think that my TFs and other members of the cohort did a great job of also building that sense of team with their students. But what separated Team Power Rangers from Team Scooby-Doo and Team Star Wars and all our other teams was that on our team, there was a Zordon. And my students knew who the leader in the classroom was. It was a consistent, caring, passionate adult in the classroom that the students could always count on, to the point where I was not Miss Everette, but I was a member of their team who was also the leader of their team. And I think that that's something that students really, really need. They don't just need that sense of team, but they really need, again, a caring, a passionate, and consistent leader in the classroom that they view as a member of the team, but also as somebody that they can go to when they need help and when they needed assistance. So I thought that this was really, really cool. And about a year ago, I had finished the fellowship and was deciding between a couple jobs, and people asked, you know, why did you choose to stay with Citizen Schools? Why did you choose to become a campus director with Citizen Schools? And it was for that exact reason. I had many opportunities to reflect on the impact that I had on the students, and I thought it was great that I could lead Team Power Rangers and all these other teams to success. I thought it was so cool that I, just as a teaching fellow, was able to do that. And I thought it would be great that if I continue my work as a campus director and encourage other teaching fellows to be able to do that same thing, then we would have a large team of Power Rangers who were just as successful as my team. So a couple months ago, I went to the 8th grade graduation at the school where I first worked, and I was able to see Team Power Rangers walk across the stage. And it was a very proud moment, where, like, words cannot express the joy that I felt at that moment. And it wasn't because of that moment, but it was because I knew that 4 years from now, they will be walking across the stage one more time, getting their high school diplomas. And just knowing that I was a part of that, and that I was their Zordon that kind of led them to that moment, was very rewarding. So I encourage you all to keep being the Zordons in your schools and in your classrooms and in your communities, and keep pressing forward. Thank you.